Hello everybody and welcome to this new adventure let's play in Minecraft. We're going to be playing hard mode survival, but not hardcore. So let's jump right in. As we can see, we've landed in some nice grassy hills, snow in the distance. We've seen a small little village on the horizon, so that should be a really nice start with tons of animals. Okay, first order of business, get ourselves a bed. There's lots of sheep around, so I'm sorry mate. You are the first one to go, but certainly not the last. We need 3 wool, so let's get going. Second sheep down. Third sheep down, and we are good to go. Of course, as with every good survival series, we are going to start off with punching a tree. Let's just quickly get through that, get all of that wood going, so that we can get a bed going and continue exploring this world. Now we saw the village in the distance. Let's get going and check it out. Nothing in this house. See what else is going on. We've got a cleric. Unfortunately, there's nothing much to see. Nothing nice to grab in this nice little house. So let's continue exploring the village. Lots and lots of more smaller houses that have nothing of any value to grab. So let's continue our tour. In this library, let's grab those books. They're definitely going to come in handy at a later point in time, so let's take those with us and see what else we can find in this nice little city. Tons of animals also in the city going around. There's a bed, of course, as in every house. Could have definitely saved myself some time and left the sheep alive, and now I'm just going through collecting all of the hay bales, because of course the first thing in order after a bed is get your food sorted. So first wheat, which means we can craft some bread after we got our crafting table going. So let's do that right away. Throw in some wheat and get ourselves some bread going. This should be a good start and a good basis for further exploration. We've got a guy here with some bread and some empty maps. We'll definitely take those. He might come in handy at a later point in time, and it'll be lovely to have a nice little map of the city going as the game progresses. Let's check out the blacksmith and see what he has to offer. And here, nice, our first iron chest plate and a little bit of iron bars. So let's throw these on right away. Looking posh in those good new chest plates. And what have we got here? Nice, same thing, but now in leather. We can complete our armor a little bit more. Some nice leggings and boots. We have a child going on, so a very healthy village population. Found a little bit more wheat. Let's grab that and add it to our stash of wheat, just to make sure that we don't starve of hunger anytime soon. I'm sorry mate, we're heading towards the night. You're gonna spend the night standing next to my bed while I sleep. I need to be sure to not run into any monsters in my first night. So with that done, let's set a little bit up of a base camp. We want to make sure that we have everything that we need. So let's first craft some tools. Get a pickaxe going, so that chopping down trees will just be that little bit quicker, because we will obviously need lots of wood to make this place our home. So let's get a pickaxe going as well, so we can soon start exploring and go mining for a little bit. Get a chest set up so we can throw in our arbitrary stuff that we don't need at the moment. Craft a bed. We can also place that here so that we have a little bit of a base going on. With that out of the way, let's go check out this little cave in the distance. See if we can get some basic resources going. Maybe find some coal, find some iron, maybe find some other useful stuff, and just see what this new world has to offer. Found some iron, awesome, we can get that going, but I decide before we actually start off trying to pickaxe away at the real resources, let's get at least some stone tools going. so that everything will go just that little bit quicker. Let's take the crafting table and the bed with us so that we're not quite as homebound. With that, let's head back into the cave and get that good iron from the ground so that we can smelt that up soon and get ourselves a little advancement and start using iron tools so that we no longer need to fool about with these pesky little stone tools. Let's explore the cave a little bit more. It's quite dark, but it opens up again. Actually has a really nice view on the map. This might actually be a nice little starter base. We'll see if we can make use of that a little bit later in the game. For now, let's continue exploring. And before we head off into the distance, I think I want to make sure that I can build up a little bit of a beacon so that if I move further away that I can actually see my base and find home a little bit more easily. For now, before we actually start building a proper starter house, we're just gonna pile up a big piece of dirt, pile it up a few blocks, and then jump down. While I jump, I realize, whoa, this is actually pretty high, and I actually take quite a bit of fall damage, but no problem, we've got lots of bread from looting the city earlier. Let's explore these deeper caves. That one looks really deep, so let's ignore that for now. And take the more shallow entrance and see if we can find some good stuff here. Straight away, we bump into some coal. Very nice. We're going to need that to smelt all of the iron, to craft some torches, and all of the other good stuff that we need to do to progress further into the game. Let's munch on some bread before we continue. Make sure our health bar is fully full since we're going into the caves. This might of course also be a little bit dangerous. Monsters might be lurking behind every corner. We don't want to run into a creeper ill-prepared. Let's gather up these last pieces of coal before we head on further into the mine. Now before we continue, let's get some torches going so we can actually see something and make sure that on our way home we're not surprised by any creepers or skeletons or their like. Let's quickly run through this cave, light things up a little bit, see what else we've got. We saw some coal, so let's definitely make sure to pick that up. We don't have enough just yet. We can use all of the coal that we can muster at this point. We also saw a little bit of iron. Let's pick that up so that we have enough to actually build all the tools and armor that we need so that we can hopefully soon upgrade to full iron armor. Let's head further into the cave, more iron on the left, a little bit of snow, which is really weird in these caves, but it looks like we've actually got an entrance, so maybe it fell in from there. Not a big deal. Let's light things up before we head on to collecting all of those nice little iron blocks so that we can actually get a full piece of set of armor going. Let's explore a little bit deeper into the cave. Of course, being super cautious at this point. I don't really have good armor, and the creeper will very easily kill me with one blow at this point. I'm being very, very cautious when moving towards the deeper parts of the cave. Lots of coal, and we can actually see an exit or entrance here. Oh, very nice. We've got multiple exit ways, so in case we need to bail out, we can do that really quickly. It's actually getting night, so let's head to bed quickly so that we don't get overrun by mobs on our way home, or in the mines as well, as when it's night, the spawn rates actually go up a little bit as well in the caves. So let's not risk anything and just sleep the night away before we continue deeper into the cave. Of course, only a few meters in, our torches run out, so we really need to craft a few more before we get going into the deeper parts of the cave. Unfortunately, our exploration does not really yield any massive results. Find a little bit of coal. A very deep hole, which we will not go into just yet. And as I walk through this cave, I remember that it used to be a very good tip to actually put the torches on the right-hand side when I'm going into the cave. That way, if I want to get out of the cave, I just need to make sure that I have the torches to my left-hand side, which will then very easily allow me to find a way out of the cave, which with these massive new cave systems that were added in recent Minecraft versions is really crucial, because you can get lost so easily in here. So let's explore these additional arms of the cave. Unfortunately, there was not a lot to be had here either. A little bit later, another dead end. Nothing to find here either. But regardless, so far we've been very, very safe. We've found a bit of coal, we found a bit of iron. So overall, a very healthy adventure. So let's head back home, make sure that we can make the most of our resources, gear up a little bit before we actually continue on this adventure and before we continue deeper into the caves. We actually saw some bees, really, really nice. Those will come in handy later if we need honey for the bigger builds or the machines that we want to build in the future. But for now, let's just continue with smelting all of our iron, getting some shears ready, and also getting a bucket ready, because part of having a reasonable home base is also having an unlimited water source. That, of course, we can very easily add. We'll just borrow a little bit of water from the well in the city, fill that up, and then finally complete our armor with iron boots and an iron leggings as soon as we have enough iron going. With this new gear, we should be much, much safer for the future and are looking nice and posh for the upcoming adventures. My next task will be to gather a few cows. I want to start breeding them in the city so that I'm well equipped for the future when I need leather, and also, of course, as a source of food. As always, the AI is being pesky. It's losing focus on me, and it takes me actually an entire night. I have to sleep in the middle and then continue luring the cow back into the city. But alas, I am successful. I get the cow back to the city, and we actually breed our first little cow. And with that, we conclude this adventure. If you have any comments, make sure to like and subscribe and leave the comments below. See you in the next one.